What is a unspoken, universal rule all males know? When you become a father, all your sneezes must be loud and violent. Always cup your hands in the shower and let it go once it fills up. On a road trip with our families, whenever there are cows, we must point out that there are cows. If the remote control stops working, either slap it on your leg or open the back and roll the batteries a few times. You must test click tongs before barbecuing. If there is bad weather brewing outside, you must stand on the porch and say something along the lines of, "Well, the rain's coming, I can feel it." Unless you feel genuinely threatened, never purposefully hit a man in the balls. Zippers are not your friend, use them slowly and carefully, or you will regret every decision that brought you to this place in life. If you're bald and I'm bald, we're automatically bald brothers. The guy in the garage with the door open is a bat signal for fellow men to come over. When leaving, you must smack your pockets to make sure everything is there. Not taking the last beer when you didn't pay for it. Some tools require testing before use. Examples include click tongs, squeeze the trigger of a power drill a couple times, spin the socket of a ratchet wrench to make sure it's going the right way. When she tells you she's not hungry for whatever you're ordering, order more, cause she'll definitely be eating your stuff. Roast your bro when he's happy, comfort him when he looks depressed. Any object carried by another male is immediately assessed for its weapon capacity. When a friend asks for help, you help them. The wide step. You'll know. You must let out a sigh of satisfaction when sitting down on a lawn chair. One shall slap the bag of soil in the garden center when passing by. Only the driver can modify anything on the dashboard from the car. Not down to guys you don't know, not up to friends. Taking more than one trip to bring in the groceries is a shameful display. When you reach a certain age, you must groan when either sitting or standing up, even if there is absolutely no pain whatsoever. A stud detector will not work if you don't first point it at yourself to find the biggest stud around. You must stand by your bro while he's grilling and make comments about the level of awesome it's going to be. Don't spit or piss into the wind. For some reason, when there's a single bathroom and one of us tries the handle to find it occupied, the guy leaving always feels it's necessary to ceremonially hand control over to the new guy. Me included. Hey, man. It's all yours. Don't point out the flaws on someone else's car. Yes, I'm totally goddamn aware my 52-year-old project car needs a paint job. Borrow a car, bring it back with more gas than you started with. We must feel the pain of our fellow men who we see being hit in the balls. If a friend buys you a drink, you don't pay it back, you just buy the next round. When watching TV/hanging by the fire/etc with the guys, if you get up to get a beer, always consult the room if anyone else requires a beverage before leaving. You can shake and you can dance, but the last drops always end up in your pants. When you stand up to leave, make sure to do the pocket check. Phone, keys, wallet. Always bring the groceries into the house in one trip. There are no exceptions. When there's a choice between urinals, use the one that minimizes the chances of neighboring another occupied urinal. If a hood on a car is open, you must stand in a circle around it. Similar to grills at an event. Whenever your wife/husband tries to buy something you could make but never will, always tell her/him to not buy it, because you can make that same thing at home way cheaper. If anything is floating in the toilet, when you pee it instantly becomes a target. Anytime you're strapped down a load, you must slap it and say that ain't going nowhere. Trust me, just do it. When driving a manual, always ferociously wiggle the gear lever to make sure it's in neutral before starting the engine. Twice. If your mate goes missing in Amsterdam, you say nothing about it unless he is gone for more than 2 hours. Every time you grab the tongs, click them twice to make sure they work. Don't speak to me if I'm using the restroom. Anytime you use a stud finder, you must first use it on yourself and say found one. Let your sneeze be louder than Hiroshima. You never tell another man he is losing his hair. He just has to find out himself or from a brutally honest child. Don't lose your temper or raise your voice unless you absolutely have to. Always try to stay cool. If you do lose it, make sure it counts and you make a big enough noise to ensure your points are clearly understood. If you don't slap, touch, or caress the big bags of dirt in the home and garden section, the universe will be all out of whack. When a homie has an emotional problem, you must help them. When a girl walks in front of you on the stairs, the floor is suddenly very interesting. Scrolled for a bit and didn't see this one. When a tornado seems imminent, every man must secure his loved ones and walk outside to stand guard and look for the funnel to form. If you see a tasty looking door frame, slap the top on your way out. If a woman you don't know approaches you and acts like an old friend, play along.